Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. I hope you guys are having a good start of the week. If you do enjoy the content, please consider dropping that like and subscribe. As you know, is the only thing that I ask. As I promised, I've been a bit absent, but I will try to compensate that and try to be a bit more active on a more regular basis like before. I apologize for that, with the recovery from surgery plus extremely heavy workload. Unfortunately, that has been very difficult to manage. But here I am trying to bring it, a bit sooner and a bit more regular. So, how did we start this week? So let's get right to the chase. Start the week strong. Strong. I wouldn't say strong, but I would say stable. I would say as long as the bond market keeps relatively stable, things should also move quite a bit stable. I think in terms of stocks, you have a big pump coming from Tesla today. They've managed the big technological breakthrough, which is now being priced in the market. And you know how Tesla is; it can really push above its weight. Tesla has been one of the darling stocks that has lost some of its shining and flavor over the past few years. Particularly, I think from 1 year ago, the stock was down something like 40+%. And people were like jumping on it and making fun of it. I say, yeah, when something goes up 300-fold and 200-fold in a kind of crypto style, maybe let's not make fun of a 50% correction now, shall we? I mean, sure, that stock was priced for perfection and beyond, but it does have this cultish element behind it, which people take it as a negative when someone says something like, oh, they have like a cult behind Tesla. No, that's great. Cults buy your stock and they don't sell it. So that's actually what you want, not just in crypto, but also in stocks. If you manage to be a privileged one, which manages to attract a cult behind it, that would be great. I mean, just look at the performance of Tesla and ask how many companies would like to have that level of performance. I bet you all of them would say yes to that. On the crypto world, look, Ethereum seemed to be starting to want to outperform Bitcoin. I still think Ethereum will finally shine after a while, on the background of Bitcoin. One of the good things that you saw today also is we started the day, quite weak, but nowadays we are entering this part of the cycle. This is something people need to understand, which is we may be down in a few days, but this time period that used to take, 3 months, 1 month, 4 months to recover now takes hours, days, or weeks. So that's the big difference. So for people who are at home and this is their first cycle, you're not going to have when people talk about the crypto cycle, we are now going, so we went from the recovery year to the beginning of the bull market. Now we're going to have a more consistent bull market. And then if everything goes according to the previous cycles, 2025 is the year of the euphoria. But even in the year of the euphoria, you have days that things go down like 25%. So that means that people look at a chart, they only see green candles, yes, but you're looking at it. Maybe you're looking at a weekly chart, and indeed, it means when you see a green week, it's a green week. But that doesn't mean that you didn't have a couple of days deep in the red. That's perfectly possible. So you need to keep that in mind. This is not going to be, or if you're expecting a cycle where we just go up every single day until April 2025, for example, forget about it. You're not going to get it. So if you have that kind of craziness in your mind, um, take it out, and you'll probably get annihilated if you don't do it. And talking about this is very important, right? As we move into the cycle, you're gonna see more leverage in the system. That means people will go for 3 times Bitcoin products and 3 times leverage and this kind of stuff, right? And I want to tell you why this is so dangerous. There was a guy that owned Pepe, quite a bit of it. This guy has been in crypto since 2017. So he saw the first cycle, not, what am I saying? His first cycle was 2017. He made a lot of money. Then 2018, his first bear market. Then 2020, 2021, his second bull market. And now his second bear market, right? With all of this, I don't know how much he started with, but he managed to accumulate $1 million or so, which is very, I mean, it's not, you cannot retire from it, but it's extremely respectful. I would be very happy to have $1 million, and don't get me wrong. And he had a bet. He had a 3 times leverage Pepe position. And then we all know what happened between Israel and Iran. And all of a sudden, Pepe went down 35 or 36%. When he woke up, he had $1,000 to his name. So he had $1 million when he went to sleep. When he woke up, he had $1,000, and he lost all the efforts of 2 bull markets, completely gone. Just because he was on a leverage position, you see? So Pepe went down 35-40%, liquidates him, gets him out, and then recovers. But by the time it's recovering, he's already out. This is the danger of leverage. People get very excited and very confident, and particularly if they feel they are a bit late to certain plays, they try to compensate by having leverage. What they forget is that some of these things go down 90%, 85%, 80% before they have the big ramp up. And if you're trying to time the market to use leverage on it, I mean, this is the level of things that can happen. So that's why I'm pointing it out, because you're going to feel the temptation, particularly for Johnny come latelys into the cycle that didn't position in the bear market. They will have the feeling and the incentive, particularly because influencers get paid, get sponsor fees, right? And many of these sponsorships involves, talking to their audience about, oh, look at this leverage trading platform and this leverage trading exchange, which basically destroys the followers' lives, but they don't care. They care about the sponsorship fee, so that's all that matters to them. So be careful, because particularly when the crypto cycle really, not just talking about Bitcoin, but Ethereum and particularly the altcoins shoot up, you're going to see an explosion of YouTube guys talking about this kind of stuff. And some of them will be very famous because they will, they will talk about 100 coins per day or something, which means some of them will go up, and then they will focus on that, and that's how they will derive their audience. And then if they get big enough, they will get sponsorship fees, and those sponsorships will basically for places that have leverage trading and all this kind of stuff that basically just destroys people's lives completely. That's all it does. Can you be lucky and do very well? Sure, anything is possible, but understand the game you're playing. You're playing a game where 85% of people lose, and the ones that win either stay the same or they stay or make a little bit of profit, while the 85% that lose typically lose everything they have, but at least very substantial positions. You have natural leverage positions. You don't need to do this, but I cannot tell you what to do, but I just want to highlight you the risks that you're going to see. So this may be where we're going now. This, you can call this the calm before the storm. Is that what's going to happen is you're going to feel something in the next few months, which is even worse than the bear market, which is things are starting to move around you and they're climbing quite fast. And you have this huge fear of missing out. Is the bull market almost over? Am I in the right coins? Oh, that coin went up 10x. Oh, that coin went up 20x. Oh, that coin went up 5x. What you're not seeing is the hundreds of coin going to zero, being rug pulled, and all of this kind of stuff. But you're seeing this stuff, and you start to get stressed because, oh my God, where is my 100x? Where is my 500x? Why am I not retired yet? Maybe I should go after this coin that already went up. Maybe I should sell my core positions to go into that. You're going to feel this in your bones. You want to do it. You will want to do it. And be mindful of this. It's a perfect normal feeling. What I'm trying to say is that typically, I think this as a general rule, whenever you are too stressed or too anxious making choices, typically you make the wrong choices. Understand the overall cycle. Understand what pumps first, what pumps second, and why. And understand what we all are in our ecosystems. And then deploy, make your own research and deploy your funds accordingly. And in my view, this is what I'm trying to do, is to stick to my strategy. Don't go crazy, into a bunch of other strategies that may just completely destroy me in the process. And I felt the urges of doing it before, and I've resisted it, and I plan on keep on resisting. But what I'm trying to say is that this is not something that only happens to young people in the cycles and all. No, this happens even for the most experienced ones. And my experience has been, if you follow your strategy, you'll do better rather than keep flip-flopping and jumping around like a headless chicken trying to catch the latest coin that went up 50x. But as you guys know, you guys are your own bosses, so you decide for yourself what you think is best. Just my 2 cents and my experience, if that helps. And also, unfortunately, the case of this person that destroyed herself with leverage. And with that, guys, thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one.